Spoon, your action figure aficionado, here bringing you another vintage variants report. This one is for the LJN Thundercats toy line from the 1980s. The one I have actually here, as you can see, is Ratar-O, and he is a Series 2 release and one of the few figure variations that does exist for the Thundercats toy line, that when you start, unless you start really taking in foreign releases and stuff like that. And these are both US releases. Ratar-O happens to be, one of my favorite, probably Series 2 releases that I had as a child. And as a kid, I actually had the one that you would see on the right, the Silver Dagger. I always did want the other one, because it just looked cooler. I'll get into that later. So that is, in fact, the variation I'm showcasing here, is the Daggers. Now, you have on the left the black Daggers, which more closely resemble the actual look to the TV show. They had, the Daggers he used had eyes. He could shoot the laser beams out of the eyes and do some other pretty cool stuff there. Here we're taking a closer look at the first issue Daggers, the black Daggers as they've been known as, just to get a better look and feel for what these things are. You can see the eyes carved into the Daggers, and they have the blue paint app, very thick sculpted handle. And then we have, going into the other one, the more common one, without a doubt, is the Silver Dagger release, which I believe was the second one produced, and like I said, much easier to find these. Particularly mint on card, the black Dagger is more difficult to find. Alright, and here we're taking a look at the second issue Silver Daggers released, with a different styled handle and all around different style. Removing the eye, the black paint and blue paint apps, and just being molded in a silver plastic. Like I said, these are the ones I had as a kid, and these are the ones that are much more common to find, both mint and loose. You're more prone to probably find the black Daggers loose than you are mint, but as I've proven, it is possible. Honestly, I would say the black Dagger variation would probably fetch twice as much as this variation. One thing I don't believe that ever made it out, probably past this prototype mock-up stage, as you can see here. The figures here, the intricacy in Snowman's shield and spear never did make it to the toy shelves, as far as I know, but I mean, there was some incredible detailing in that there. And Ratar-O's Daggers are pretty pathetic for this mock-up that they used in the photograph art for the card backs. So you can see that we're still working on those Daggers. But that being said, still a fun, unique variation to have in any collection. And as far as figure variations go, Thundercat fans are pretty familiar with this one. It is a very common variation to know about. I'm Spoon, the action figure aficionado, keeping it mint.